Fellas, I want you to understand this. Nothing that has power over you will ever submit to you as a man. Nothing. Fear, if you give fear power, it will never submit to you. You will never surpass it. If you give lust power, it will never submit to you. You will never be able to transmute it into something that's great, into building something that's massive. Use it as energy. Women, right, which goes into lust too. You give them power, they will never submit to you. They'll never do what it is that you want them to do. They won't even respect you anymore because you're putting them on a pedestal. You put everything on a pedestal outside of your highest version of yourself. You actually put the highest version of yourself on the lowest rung of the pedestal. Of not even a pedestal, of the lowest rung of your existence. You don't even think about it as something that should have power over you. Your highest self should have the power over you, but instead, you give a woman the power. Why? Because of what's between her legs. You get mesmerized by what the fuck is between her legs. The flesh that's in between her legs, it makes you feel good. It's bullshit. You know, and I know a lot of guys who struggle with this, where they'll be with a woman and all of a sudden all the things that the woman wants, they just give it to her. They just give it to her, even though it destroys their boundaries that they've created already, that they've been conscious of. This is what I'll accept. This is what I won't accept. They start accepting shit that they would have never accepted, even from themselves, because they gave the woman power because of what's between her legs, because they didn't realize that's nothing. It is fucking nothing. The shit that's between the woman's legs is nothing. The beauty is nothing. The sweetness is nothing. You need to give yourself power. You need to empower yourself and realize, I'm the guy. I'm him. I'm the man. A lot of men can't do this. A lot of men struggle. They struggle with women. They struggle with all these things because they don't realize how much power that they actually have, or they don't even develop themselves to be able to get the power, to be able to feel powerful. They don't do anything that they want to do. Once they get with the woman, all of their priorities just go to waste and it's all focused on the woman. And what happens when a woman realizes that your focus is completely on her? She starts to fuck with you. She starts to sabotage you. She starts to play games with you. She treats you like a fan because you treated her like a star. Because what happens with stars? They have fans. Fans are like, oh, can I get a picture? Can I do this? Can I do that? The focus is all on the star. So the star can manipulate the frame at which they see the star. And it's the same with women. When you're with a woman and the frame starts to shift to where she's the star and you're the fan, you will be literally pulled in so many different directions doing things that you would have never thought that you would do. I'm speaking from experience because this was me at a certain point. I started accepting things that I would have never accepted. Oh yeah, you can go out to clubs. I mean, if it makes you feel good, go out to clubs. Go enjoy yourself. Later, come back, woman cheated on me. Of course, right? Because I don't have any value for myself. I have no respect for myself. The woman does something crazy and you don't give her the ultimatum. Like, look, you either stop doing this, if it doesn't cross your boundary too much, but it makes you uncomfortable. Look, this makes me uncomfortable. You either stop doing this or you can leave. A lot of men can't even get themselves to do that because they don't even realize how much power they have. They don't realize the trajectory at which they're going. A lot of men are directionless. They don't have a purpose. They don't have anything that they're working towards. So your spirit, your mind it literally needs something to go towards in life. It needs a purpose. So when you don't have any of that, the purpose will be the woman or multiple women or adult entertainment, right? Which is why a lot of men fall into adult entertainment, Pornhub, all of these different things, because your purpose is gone. You have nothing that you're working towards. So when you get to a certain point and you watch this video and you start to recalibrate your mind, because that's what this video is doing. It's recalibrating your mind to understand that I am supposed to be on the pedestal. I am supposed to actually put my goals on the pedestal and put my highest self on the pedestal and not put my highest self on the floor and never even think that that's what should be dictating my life. Not a woman, not a specific financial situation that you're going through. It's the same. When you put money on a pedestal, money starts to disrespect you. Money starts to run away from you. Money starts to make you do funny shit that doesn't even make sense. It makes you just completely deter from your own value. See, money and women are very, very similar. They're very, very similar. You start to put money on a pedestal and that becomes your main focus, and the focus stops becoming how much value you can create in the world. You start to do funny shit. You start to do weird shit. You start to become a weirdo. You start to even lose your morals and your ethics, and you start to cut corners. all for money, and money runs away from you anyway, because it's like, why the fuck should I respect this guy? What's the point of respecting this guy if he's putting me on a pedestal anyway? Well, it's the same with women. The woman starts to see you not doing the stuff that you originally did that got her in the first place. You're putting her on a pedestal. She loves it, and then she hates it at the same time. She's like, why the fuck should I stay with this guy? Why don't I just veer off and go be with some other guy? Why don't I just go look at my other options, see if there's a guy who will not put me on a pedestal? Because it's a shit test, right? It's always a shit test. And a lot of guys struggle with these shit tests. I talk with a lot of guys, man. Like, women are starting to do weird shit that they weren't used to, and they're like, oh, she's changing. No, she's not. She's not necessarily changing. She's conforming to the frame that you created. The frame of, you're the boss, you have the power, you can do whatever you want. Why? Because you have some pussy in between your legs. That's crazy, right? Whereas you're the man who has the ability to literally transform anything. You can create anything out of nothing. You can build yourself up. You're a stock that's rising, but you keep yourself just like this or even like this so that another person's stock can rise from extracting the power out of you, because you're giving it to somebody else. You're giving it to a woman. You're giving it to your financial situation. You're giving it to the boss at your job. You're giving it to everybody but you. And that's what you have to start to think about. Where am I leaking power? What am I doing? How am I putting myself first? How am I making sure that I'm getting my needs met? You got to be a little selfish nowadays, fellas. You got to be. Not even a little, a lot. Because here's the reality. When you start to be selfish, and you start to do what it is that you want to do, other people will benefit from that. They'll benefit from the energy that you'll be able to generate. They'll benefit from the aura that you'll have. They'll benefit from the resources that you're able to acquire. They'll benefit from the overall life that you build, that they can enter. But the minute that you give that power away, the minute that you pedestalize a woman, you pedestalize money, you pedestalize all this shit that doesn't even fucking matter, you start to lose yourself. You start to get depressed. You start to wonder, well, what the fuck? What am I doing? And you start to think about deleting yourself. I'm telling you, because I've been there, done that. And you stop living with the vitality that you were created to live with. Then you start to realize, well, this woman's not attracted to me anymore. Why is she not attracted to me anymore? I'm jacked, I'm this, I'm that. Yeah, but you still gave her full control over your life and full control over your decisions that you want to make that are best for your life. Why did she say she wanted to take a break and now she's back with me? I had this recently, this guy, young guy, man, like 19. Woman broke up with him because he wasn't good enough. Good enough, right? He wasn't working the job that he was supposed to work, that her family wanted, etc. And then, long story short, he begged her to get back with him. And he thinks he's happy. And in my mind, I'm like, bro, you're fucked. She's going to play you like a puppet. Little do you know, she probably found another guy, fucked the guy, and came back to you. And now you're a reserve. And it was all a game that you didn't even understand because you were too busy looking at her like a star. And she's playing you like a puppet. Like a fucking puppet. And I know a lot of guys who struggle with this. I struggle with this. A woman that I used to date in the past did the same shit to me. Well, let's take a break. Let's do this. Little do I know. And by the way, the break was great. I was chill. I didn't do anything with women during the break. But afterwards, when I thought, okay, well, this is really over, went and did my thing. She wanted to come back and she exposed everything that she did during the break. And from that day on, I realized, okay, there are no breaks. It's either a break up or we're together and we make shit work. But I see this situation with this guy, this young guy. I'm like, bro, you got a lot to learn, man. Like, you don't understand what's going on right now. You don't understand the dynamics of this relationship and how it's fucking with you. You don't understand that you have so much value, but you don't even realize that in yourself. And you put all of your value on this woman that does not give a fuck about you. She only cares about the image. And what you have to realize is you are, and I'm going to say this all of the time because it's true, you are a stock. Think about the stock market. You are rising as a man. You are not declining. Women, their stock goes down over time because they are time bound. You are not time bound. You are achievement bound, which means it's unlimited on the way up. With women, there's a certain height that they get to and they go down. And women who know how to play it correctly and are solid, They know, okay, for my stock to rise, I got to go with somebody else's stock that's rising so my stock can rise as well. And I can multiply and have kids, which also increases the stock as well. Be a mother, have a family, that increases women's stock as well. You know, that's the dynamic. But a lot of men don't understand that because, again, you let that shit between a woman's legs dictate how you look at yourself and how you look at her. When in reality, that shit doesn't fucking matter. When I started to realize it, okay, what's between your legs is cool, but it's temporary. What I have going for me is forever. My last name is going to be forever. So you either hop on or you hop off. And if you hop off, there's no way you're coming back on. And it didn't matter. It doesn't matter how low I would ever get in life. I will have the same fucking mindset. I don't care if I go down to 0. I'll have the same mindset. Because that's all this shit is. It's a mindset. All of the guys that I work with one-on-one, the number one thing that transforms their entire reality faster than anything else is their fucking mind and how they perceive things and how they frame things. That's it. So if you didn't take one thing from this video, take this. Whatever you give power to will never submit to you. Always give power to yourself and allow for other people to submit to you based on the magnitude of power that you are broadcasting, based on the things that you're doing, the things you're accomplishing, and your self-image. Now, if you're interested in working with me one-on-one to build this up, to build your physique, build your mindset, turn your physique into power, right? Be a powerful man that walks through, that has a great aura, that has very, very high aura, very, very high energy. A mindset that can literally break through any plateau that you have, succeed in the corporate world, succeed in your own business, build your own business, succeed with women, attract high quality women and be confident in that shit. That's what my mentorship does. It's one-on-one. It's not a course. I do have courses and programs and stuff for people who need that, who can't afford it. But that's what I have. And again, I might be probably taking on one more guy because I have 9 right now. Since this is a month ago, right? A month ago, I told you my mentorship. I just made a brand new mentorship, one-on-one with me, one-on-one calls with me every week, one-on-one WhatsApp messages, unlimited every day, right? You have full access to my brain. You have full access to my energy. And all of that is there. But it's limited because once I cap that 10, like full 10, maybe 11 or 12, I might add 1 or 2 more guys because I have some space for that. I'm going to have to up the price. I'm going to have to. Because it's supply and demand, and I'm really giving a lot of my time. And then I'm also going to have to transfer everything. Whatever price this was now will go into a group mentorship so that I can work with more guys, but they just won't have that close one-on-one interaction with me. That's going to be very soon. That actually might be this month because I have 2 more guys that are working towards getting started this week. So if that's you, if you're interested in that, go ahead and book a qualification call with me. I put the price on my actual website so you know what it is. I'm not a guru. I'm not here to try to trick you into some shit. The price is the price. That's just the value that I have. It's not a course. It's literally access to me. And you can't really put a price on that shit. I can't even put a price on it for myself. Shit, access to myself is crazy. But for you, if that's something you're interested in, again, link will be in the description. Either way, free value on here always. I hope this was helpful for you, and I'll catch you on the next video.